We get more elaborate predictions on what Apple is doing when it comes to iPhones in 2018. Samsung is apparently not using the Exynos chip for the S9. Yes, you heard that right. And a lot of complaints are coming Apple's way when it comes to the HomePod. I'm Jaime Rivera, and follow Diego A.E. Rivera on Twitter and on Instagram. You've got to keep my son off the script, but yeah, please follow him. This is Pocketnow Daily. The official news today begin with deals. I continue to recommend the Apple Watch Series 3 as one of my favorite smartwatches, and as it turns out, it's currently available refurbished for up to $50 off. Obviously, it depends on the variant, it depends on the color, and it depends on the size. You can learn more in the description. Now, let's talk about the HomePod and those kinds of answers that just make you cringe when it comes to Apple, as we currently hear that there are some bugs in the way that the HomePod operates, but those are not the worst ones. Apparently, consumers are complaining that if you leave the HomePod on a table, you get this mark on it. And I'm talking about wooden tables. In response, Apple has confirmed that you will need to place your HomePod on a different surface if you don't want that problem. Meaning, this is like back in the day of the iPhone 4 when they were asking you to hold the phone in a different way. Like, really? All my surfaces in my apartment are made out of wood. What do you want me to do, Apple? I'm actually glad I haven't gotten this first batch. But apparently Cupertino's looking into it. And speaking of bugs, it seems that Samsung has halted its rollout of Android Oreo for the Galaxy S8 over freezing issues on units. And, this is something that I don't understand. Samsung is one of those companies that takes the longest in doing betas, pretty much a whole year. No, I'm exaggerating, not a whole year, but we're talking at least 6 months while they get the new version of Android, then when we get the betas and everything. And now, really, Samsung, you're dealing with freezing issues over that whole beta. You can learn more about it in the description. We should apparently get a software update soon, but right now it's halted. And speaking of Samsung, there are some interesting benchmarks that have emerged over the Galaxy S9 and S9 Plus. They confirm specifications over the differences in 6 or 4 gigs of RAM, in addition to the Snapdragon 845 as the processor from Qualcomm. Probably the most interesting part is that there are no benchmarks, zero, that mention the Exynos 8910, or 9810, sorry. So we are already speculating, is it possible that we don't have variants for the Exynos, or what will the case may be? I've been getting confused all day, but yeah, it's getting kind of weird. We'll let you know whenever we learn more about this, because Samsung doesn't even mention the processor. They just say the new 10 nanometer chip. And finally, the very interesting news today have to do with iPhone X 2018 and KGI's Ming. He's already making predictions over sales, for example. We hear 100 million units for 2018, that's fine. Most interesting, we hear that we are getting 3 iPhones, but there will be variances into the rumors that we had heard in the past. It seems that one phone will be the regular iPhone X 2018 with a smaller notch, same size. There will be a larger iPhone X Plus that will have pretty much the same design and everything. And we're even talking L-shaped batteries and OLED displays for these 2 phones, by the way. These are the premium tiers. And then there will be one in the middle that is not of the same size of these both, and we're getting aluminum design in addition to, yes, it's going to be all display with a notch, smaller notch as well, but this time it's an LCD. And we're not getting an L-shaped battery, which is kind of interesting. Anyways, it's kind of confusing. We're still early, but it leads me to the question of today. We're rolling out so many early predictions over what the iPhone X 2018 will be that we wonder if that is in any way deterring your opinion over what we're expecting from MWC. We've got a ton of products coming over. Are you still caring about these products, or are you waiting for the iPhone X 2018 given the meager success of the 10? In my case, I can't wait to see what we get from MWC. Leave us a comment down below. We'd love to know your opinion. Friends, again, if you want to get the news earlier, follow us on Pocketnow.com and subscribe to our channel by hitting this button up here. You can watch yesterday's Pocketnow Daily up here, and our comparison between the iPhone X and Google Pixel 2 XL down here. You can also follow me on Twitter, Jaime_Rivera, on Instagram at Jaime Rivera. Please give this video a thumbs up if you like what you saw. I'm Jaime Rivera. Thanks so much for watching. We'll see you next week.